CBS LA Mornings starts with breaking news.
Breaking news this morning with a flood warning just being issued. Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, November 15th. Welcome to CBS LA at 6 on CBS. I'm Rachel Kim.
Hey, good morning, everyone. I'm Chris Holmsham. The heaviest rain, well, it's getting ready to hit Southern California. We've got live team coverage this morning. We've got Amanda Starantino in the Eaton fire burn area. Luz Delia Caballero, she's in Malibu, where the flash flood warning was just issued.
And our next weather meteorologist, Alex Biston, is tracking the radar and the warnings here in studio. Let's start with you, Alex. Good morning.
Rachel and Chris, good morning to you. Yes, that flash flood warning, that was issued about 20 minutes ago. That is for the Palisades fire burn scar, as well as much of Ventura County. What that means is flooding is happening or it is imminent. What we've been watching is this line of storms. We're also seeing lightning strikes associated with this and getting reports of winds as strong as 40 to 50 miles per hour. So here it is here. You could see the reds, the oranges. That's the indication, this line of heavy rain. It stretches from right Pacific Palisades, Malibu, all the way into the Santa Monica Mountains, areas like Agora Hills, Calabasas, up through Thousand Oaks, and right along PCH. So that flash flood warning, again, meaning flooding is happening now or it is going to happen, as this warning is with us until noon today. And a lot of the times we talk about rainfall rates. That's how much water is falling in a period of time. We've seen some rainfall rates in the heaviest here, a few inches per hour. That's pretty significant. This is something that we were worried about. We were looking at the possibility for, and of course this is affecting, of course, the Palisades fire burn scar, and it is affecting much of the coastline this morning. Again, some lightning strikes associated there. This flash flood warning extending all the way through Camarillo, Santa Paula, Ojai, and Ventura through noon today. So this is the situation that we are waking up to, with a lot of that heavier rain focused right over the coastline and moving into the Ventura County valleys. All other areas under flood advisory. So we're looking at flooding on roadways this morning. One of those warnings: stay indoors, do not get on the roads. Best to do so. Temperatures today 60s. We've got that threat for heavy rain continuing through the morning and afternoon hours. We will be here all morning and into this afternoon tracking the storm for you. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Okay, Alex, thank you so much. Also, more than 100 homes in the Palisades fire burn scar area are under evacuation orders right now.
And others in the area are also keeping a very close eye on those hillsides. CBS LA's Luz Delia Caballero joins us live from PCH. And Luz Delia, we can see the rain is really coming down right now.
Absolutely. We are getting absolutely pummeled by rain. As soon as our executive producer said, hey, you know what, you're under a flash flood advisory warning in this area, maybe 3 minutes after that, the rain really started coming down. And just to give you an idea, we are near some of the homes that were leveled during the Palisades fire. You can see some of the torch brush here, and already you can see a steady stream coming down. That inevitably is going to start piling on the side of the road here. You can already see that several inches here. My boots are submerged down here on the side of the road, and obviously lots of rain you can see coming down. A little bit of wind here, but overall, I mean, the message is clear, where officials are saying, hey, you know what? If you don't have to be out in the rain, stay home. And there are hundreds of people under this now evacuation order that is set to remain until about tomorrow morning. Our light is flickering here on and off because of this rain. I mean, it is just continuing to come down. And so it is a point of high alert for many residents who are still here in the Palisades area near the burn scar. Why? Because of the saturated hillsides. They could give way at any given moment. And again, this light that continues flickering here is just one of the many signs that this rain is very, very heavy at this time, and things can get dangerous very quickly. So we're going to go ahead and get to a safe area and send things back to you.
All right, we see and hear it, Luz Delia. Please stay safe out there. Thank you so much. People who live in the burn scar areas from the January wildfires are especially concerned about the storm.
Yeah, and rightfully so. These evacuation warnings, they're in effect for the Eaton and Palisade regions that were devastated by those fires. Let's now go to CBS LA's Amanda Starantino. She's in Sierra Madre. And Amanda, we know people there are concerned as well. We just saw with Luz Delia, the rain really coming down. What's it like where you're at?
I feel for Luz Delia this morning because it's completely dry where we are at. So we know things can quickly change, though, depending on where you're at and what this rain is doing. So we are prepared for that. But yes, since we've been here for about the past hour, completely dry here in Sierra Madre. We're in the downtown area right now. We're right across from the Starbucks right there. And people are out enjoying their coffee this morning and enjoying this winter-like weather, but also with a heightened awareness of what can come. So that's what the concern is. And Tony, actually, if you look to your left over there, there's a, you can see the flags, those American flags up there. A big concern was the wind, and there's not really much. So very, very calm here, guys, right now, which is great news because we know how bad it can get. I just spoke with someone enjoying their coffee this morning about what they're worried about. Take a listen.
I know that that's always a big concern up there, but when you choose to live in an area that has those kinds of issues, you have to just be prepared. It's just heartbreaking for those folks that are affected by that.
This powerful storm system swept into Southern California overnight, and forecasters say the second and stronger surge of rain will arrive later this morning with the potential to drop several inches of rain across the foothills. The National Weather Service warns that the heaviest downpours could trigger localized flooding, mud flows, and debris flows, especially in and around the Eaton Fire burn scar. That's where we're at, where evacuation warnings remain in effect through Sunday morning. Altadena and Pasadena have been hit by mud flows multiple times this year, and county officials say they are preparing for that possibility again today. Urban search and rescue crews are staged near the foothills this morning. I spoke with them yesterday, ready to respond if the rain intensifies quickly. Meanwhile, here in Sierra Madre, many residents are keeping a close eye on the Yucca Trail debris basin, which they feel has not been cleared enough since the January fires. The city says it has completed pre-storm inspections and cleared drains and culverts, and staff will continue monitoring throughout the day. So if you come back out to us live here in Sierra Madre, again, very quiet. I do want to let you guys know if you do still need sandbags, they are available for residents at the City Yard on East Sierra Madre Boulevard. You can go pick those up later on today. They can definitely help with any debris flows that might be coming near your home. But also, if you are in any of these areas, especially in these burn scar areas right below the foothills, you want to be careful and have your family prepared. So still continue to have that go bag ready. Just because it's calm now, it can be pretty deceptive of what we can get. You just saw where Luz Delia was at and how bad it can get. And that flash flood warning came in right then. So the very same thing could happen for us here. We're going to keep an eye on that throughout the morning right here on CBS LA. For now, I'm going to send it back to you guys, Chris and Rachel.
All right, good reminder. Amanda, thank you so much. Now, this video from Burbank shows how dangerous the roads can be in a storm like this. A car smashed into a Subway restaurant at a strip mall along Alameda Avenue last night. We're told no one was injured in the crash and no word exactly what led up to it. But the streets are, of course, very slick because of the rain.
Yeah, there was also multiple accidents across Southern California and traffic tie-ups because of all this weather. I mean, take a look at this video. A car, you can see it flipped over on its side. This is North Maclay and 5th Street in San Fernando. And going to Culver City, crews, they raced to fix the down wire on Centinela Avenue. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Power was back within hours, but the rain also knocked out traffic signals, forcing drivers to inch through the intersections.
It's really important for everybody to remember if they're out on the road and they approach an intersection where signals are down, lights are either out or flashing red, they need to treat it like a four-way stop.
All right, well, there you go. Good advice. The rain also keeping tow trucks running nonstop. And with the shower still falling and just getting started for the heavy parts, the goal is simple. Stay safe and hope the storm doesn't cause more headaches.
Of course, we will keep you updated on the storm throughout the morning here on CBS LA and all weekend long. And remember, you can always get our next weather radar network on CBSLA.com to see when the storm will be moving through your neighborhood.
The LA Fire Department officially has a new chief. Jamie Moore took the oath of office yesterday after being unanimously confirmed by the City Council.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me.
Moore has been with the LAFD since 1995, most recently serving as the deputy chief of the Valley Bureau. He replaces interim chief Ronnie Villanueva, who came out of retirement to fill in after Mayor Bass removed former chief Kristen Crowley from her post after the January wildfires. Moore said he supports an independent investigation into the handling of the Lockman fire, which investigators say later became the Palisades fire. He also said he wants to prepare the department for future disasters and improve staffing for major events like the World Cup and the Olympics.
6:08 on your Saturday morning. Coming up, a growing online scam targeting people shopping for cars. We'll show you what's being done to protect people as more turn to internet marketplaces for deals.
And this could be the transportation of the future. What do you think, Rachel?
I'm good.
All right, but will it get off the ground safely? That's the question. We'll tell you all about it.
We'll see.
All right, taking a live look right now at LAX. You can see Rhett Roads.
Say that twice.
No, I can't even say it once.
It's still early, Chris.
It's still early, but yeah, the airport waking up as well, just as long as myself as well.
We'll get there, Chris, okay? The weather, along with post-government shutdown-related slowdowns, well, it has caused more than 36 flight cancellations in the last 24 hours. There is good news, though. The FAA says it'll roll back some of its mandatory flight restrictions starting today.
All right, time now for a check of our next weather. That is the big story of the day. Alex joins us now. Alex, the heaviest of the rain hitting right now?
It is hitting right now, Rachel and Chris, and will continue to be heavy as we head through the morning hours. So everybody waking up this morning, you're probably tuning in, wanting to see where exactly the rain is right now, and who is being impacted. And we have the flash flood warning. So we talked about that a few minutes ago. That was issued just about 30 minutes ago. This is in effect across the Palisades burn scar this morning through much of the coastline from Long Beach all the way into Santa Monica and up through Ventura County as well. So I'm going to zoom you in here, show you again. This is the outline of the Palisades fire burn scar. And we were looking at rain rates in some of the heaviest areas, a few inches per hour. That's pretty significant. That is a lot of water. Of course, our Luz Delia is out there this morning, our reporter, and she's out there and her live shot was quite wet out there. We're also getting reports of gusts as strong as 40 to 50 miles per hour. So thunderstorms associated. We saw lightning strikes as well. And this flash flood warning, this is in effect not just for the Palisades fire burn scar, but up through Calabasas, Agora Hills along the 101 freeway as you make your way into Ventura County. So Thousand Oaks, Moore Park, Santa Paula, Ojai, Fillmore, Ventura, Port Hueneme, all this area, Ventura County, in under this flash flood warning. So what this means is that flooding is happening now or it is imminent. one of those mornings, one of those days you want to stay inside, stay off of the roadways. Otherwise, we are looking at showers moving right along the coastline areas like Torrance, now pushing into Costa Mesa, starting to see that in Orange County this morning. And we do have flood advisories. That is lesser, just a few steps below the flash flood warning. So this just means we're seeing ponding on the roadways. And of course, we are getting reports in Point Dume this morning of some flooding too. Futurecast. So this is just as important as the radar, because this is going to show you what we are expecting through the morning and afternoon hours. So this wave is going to move through, and you will see that the heavier rain is going to continue through this morning and into this afternoon. Here's a snapshot, 10:10 in the morning, and it will be pouring across Orange County and into some parts of Los Angeles. We continue into 1 o'clock. Boy, it is going to be pouring downtown and again through some of our burn scars, Palisade Fire burn scars up through Santa Barbara County. It is going to be heavy at times downtown as we head into this afternoon, and then we finally get a break by this evening. So the heaviest rain moving through this morning into this afternoon, a few scattered showers as we head into tonight and into the overnight hours. For most of Sunday, we are looking at a few light scattered showers, mostly cloudy sky, but of course drier conditions as we head into Sunday. Here's how much more rain we are talking as we move through early Sunday. 2 inches, over 2 inches across Camarillo and parts of Ventura County, an additional 1.25 inches for downtown Los Angeles. And we're watching another system that is set to hit our area as we head into Monday and Tuesday. Not as strong, but on the heels of this system, we are looking to keep the storm door open, not just to start off the week, we get a little break by Wednesday. And then by the end of the week, Thursday into Friday, watching a third system. So we've got lots of wet days ahead. LA, Orange County, really the focus is today and over the next few hours as we are looking at the heaviest rain today. Still some shower chances as we head into your Sunday. Watching that second system Monday, and then by the end of the week, looking to see more wet weather. We'll continue to keep an eye on your forecast throughout the day. We'll send it back to you.
More people are turning to online marketplaces to find deals on used cars.
Yeah, but thanks to AI, you're more likely than ever to get scammed. CBS News California Julie Watts investigates what's being done to protect the buyers.
Pulling up to his parents' house in Orange County, Andrew Arenas never expected to be greeted like this.
Hey, what are you guys doing?
18 years old, ordered face down on the ground at gunpoint, then cuffed. His brother caught it all on his cell phone.
Can you call my dad?
And you're laying face down, handcuffed. Have you ever been handcuffed before?
No, actually, it's my first time in my life ever being handcuffed, and I hope for it to be the last.
Andrew says the officers eventually told him his car was reported stolen.
I'm just like what? Like, I remember looking at them and almost like just making like that face, like I'm sorry, like this doesn't seem right, you know, just complete confusion.
He just bought his dream car on Facebook Marketplace for $4,500. He had the title,
transfer the title,
registered it with the DMV, no problem, and then spent thousands more on parts and upgrades.
So this is the listing where you bought the car. It's still there?
Yeah, it's still up. It actually has marked as sold.
Right now, you're illegally selling this car.
Okay.
We've been investigating online car scams for years.
So are you denying that you forged that document?
I deny this.
More than a decade later, this is still one of our most viewed stories online.
We've been talking about these car scams for what, 15 years now?
At least.
The consumer advocate Rosemary Shahan warns online car scams are more common and more sophisticated than ever.
AI, I think, takes it to a whole new level.
AI isn't just changing how we buy cars, it's changing how criminals sell them. Even she was surprised when we showed her this AI tool.
I could create a fake car title right now and sell a stolen car.
Yikes. That is a very scary concept, that you could even get a car with a pink slip, with the title, and it's not legit.
What could companies like Facebook, like Amazon, what can they do to better protect consumers from scams?
So there's a lot that these companies already do. They already try to engage in this sort of fraud detection.
Paul Task is a lawyer for NetChoice, which represents the tech industry. NetChoice successfully sued California, blocking a law that would have required online marketplaces to better track high-volume sellers. It was intended to combat organized retail theft rings selling stolen products online.
If the state wants to take action to actively protect consumers who are the victims of these online retail crimes, they should go after the bad actors.
What, if anything, can the California AG do? I mean, these companies are based in California.
Multiple things.
California's Attorney General Rob Bonta says they're appealing that NetChoice ruling, but he thinks the online marketplaces can do even more.
And they can use AI the opposite way. Instead of for nefarious purposes, they can use it to enforce the law, to identify potential violations of law and flag it and freeze it.
Back at the Capitol, Shahan hopes lawmakers are listening.
That would actually probably be a really good idea for a bill.
As for Andrew,
you saved up to buy your first car, and you end up in handcuffs.
Sometimes I'll catch myself just like staring at photos. Everybody falls in love with their first car, you know.
He hopes his heartbreak serves as a warning. In the age of AI, even a perfect car can be a perfect fake. Julie Watts, CBS News California investigates.
We reached out to Meta to ask about the sale of stolen cars on Facebook Marketplace. A spokesperson told us they encourage users to report any suspicious behavior and pointed out that they do offer some amount of purchase protection. Now, we took a look at the policy on their website, and it turns out vehicles are not included. All right, folks, as we buckle up for a rainy weekend here in Southern California, we want to turn the spotlight on you this morning.
Yeah, that's right. So that brings us to our question of the day. How's the storm affecting your neighborhood? We want to see pictures. So show us how it looks in your area. Send pictures and videos. You can share them at CBS Los Angeles on X and on our CBS LA Facebook page. Of course, we're going to be sharing your answers throughout the morning. And as we've been talking about, the rain is going to hit hard right now. So I'm sure the pictures are going to be a little bit more dramatic.
And of course, if you do go out and take your pictures and videos, be safe doing so.
Be safe, very much so. All right, coming up, we saw it on the Jetsons back in the day. Now we'll be seeing it here in real life. We'll show you where air taxis may be taking off in the not so distant future.
Okay, and our Saturday morning storm coverage continues. We'll check back in with our Alex Biston and the Eaton and Palisades fire burn scar areas in just a few minutes.
On this Saturday morning, we are tracking a flash flood warning in effect across the Palisades fire burn scar and up through much of Ventura County. This means flooding has happened or it is imminent. And some of the strongest storms that we've seen this morning, we've been looking at rainfall rates a few inches per hour. That's a lot of water. That's pretty significant. This flash flood warning in place until noon today. So we are going to continue to see rounds of this rain impacting the coastline, again, from Pacific Palisades through Malibu and up through Ventura County. As we head through the morning hours, we'll continue to monitor monitor the radar for you throughout the day. Rachel.
All right, Alex, thank you. A flying taxi could potentially help you get around LA during the Olympics. CBS LA's Gio Insignares is in Hawthorne with an up-close look at what could be the future of travel for major events and everyday life.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
It's not quite like riding in a DeLorean. Or even like you're a part of the Jetsons. But the future is closer than you think, and it's landing in Southern California.
It's amazingly powerful to start to think about like what the future can be and what this could unlock for us in kind of our daily lives.
Eric Lentel is the Chief Legal and Strategy Officer for Archer Aviation. It just signed a $126 million deal to take over the master lease at Hawthorne Municipal Airport, calling it the centerpiece of its new urban air taxi network and its headquarters for next-generation electric aircraft.
We were super excited when we came across Hawthorne as an opportunity.
And the timing couldn't be better. Archer is now the official air taxi partner of both the LA 28 Olympic and Paralympic Games and Team USA, with plans to fly VIPs, fans, and staff between key venues like SoFi and the Kia Forum.
It's about showcasing this for the world there. And the takeaway can be, LA has done it. I want that in my fill-in-the-blank city, country.
Archer's futuristic aircraft, called Midnight, is designed to fly 4 passengers and a pilot up to 150 miles an hour, replacing long car rides with quick, quiet electric flights. The aircraft is what's known as an eVTOL, meaning electric vertical takeoff and landing.
It is something that can take you intra-city in a much shorter time.
Unlike aircraft that needs a runway, eVTOLs are ideally made for dense urban environments. Overall, the air taxi market is growing significantly. According to a recent report, it's expected to grow from $43 billion in 2025 to more than $86 billion by 2034.
While the idea of hundreds of electric air taxis buzzing over LA raises real safety questions, especially in the nation's busiest airspace, Archer says that's exactly why it's working hand in hand with the FAA. The agency is developing new rules to integrate air taxis safely alongside traditional planes and helicopters, with extra safeguards built into how these aircraft fly, land, and communicate in crowded skies.
This isn't about going from 0 to 100,000 aircraft within a month. This is about ramping safely into that, building community trust.
It's not just about getting things off the ground, but about redefining how we get around.
You don't get too many opportunities to go really shape what the future of aviation could look like. And we're just getting started.
Archer expects to start demonstration flights within the next year, a preview of what the company hopes is full passenger flights by the 2028 Olympics. In Hawthorne, I'm Gio Insignares, CBS LA.
I'm in. Would you do it?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, I think it'd be so great. Can
Enjoy.
you imagine you see all the traffic below? You're
Nope.
like,
Nope, nope,
okay.
nope. No,
all
thank
right.
you.
Well, 626, everyone. On that note, coming up, our storm coverage continues. The worst of the rain expected today. We're going to have everything you need to know about mudslides and flash flooding.
Wiener Schnitzel's got new all-American deals, and the savings keep getting bigger. Fill up on all your faves, starting at just $4. Wiener Schnitzel, American food.
Manscaped has always had tools for your privates, but now they've got tools for your publics. With a full lineup of face tools, you can send face pics instead.
I was attached to alcohol. Or Health has saved my life.
All right, welcome everyone to CBS LA at 6 on CBS. I'm Chris Holmsham.
And I'm Rachel Kim. Good morning, everyone. Well, the worst of the rain is hitting today here in Southern California. A flood advisory is in effect. Let's start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alex Biston. Alex, how much rain are we getting right now?
It's a really, really good question, Rachel. We are seeing the rain totals tick up and the heaviest rain expected over the next few hours. So through this morning into this afternoon. Now, here is a loop of our radar over the last 3 hours, and you can see this heavy line of showers. This moved into the Palisades fire burn scar and now is moving into Ventura County. We saw wind gusts associated with this as strong as 40 to even 50 miles per hour, lightning strikes, and we talked about the chance of thunderstorms. Again, that is going to continue as we head through the morning hours. So I'm going to zoom you in and show you that flash flood warning that is in effect across the Palisades fire burn scar along the coastline through PCH from Santa Monica to Malibu and all the way out toward Oxnard. That's with us until noon today, up through Calabasas to Santa Monica Mountains, Agora Hills. So flooding is happening, or it is happening now, or it is imminent. Again, here's that stronger line of storms that we're watching that has now moved into the Ventura County valleys up through Piru, Santa Paula, and just shy of the Ojai Valley. City of Ventura and Oxnard seeing pouring rains at this hour. And again, that flash flood warning that is with us until noon today. Look at all of the rain that is sitting offshore. So this will continue to move in over the next few hours, again, through this morning and into this afternoon. Want to hit some other spots here across the LA basin from Redondo Beach all the way to Inglewood and downtown. It is raining this morning across the San Gabriel Valley, up through La Habra, West Covina, and all the way down into Anaheim too. So it is a wet morning. I know it's Saturday. If you can stay home through this morning and into this afternoon, probably best to do so. Just stay off the roads this morning. Again, lots of rain still to come. And of course, we are watching that through the morning and into this afternoon. For now, Chris and Rachel will send it back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Alex. Well, people, they're not taking any chances in the Palisades burn areas because of this latest storm. I mean, many people near the burn scars, they've already been evacuated from their homes.
Yeah, CBS LA's Luzelia Caballero is live along PCH in Malibu, where heavy rain started coming down a short time ago. How's it looking now, Luzelia? There is some minor flooding behind you.
There is flooding here. So Alex is right on the money. She said flooding is imminent or here, and we are seeing just that. Our last live location, we had to move immediately because we deemed it unsafe. Here is another area where we see a lot of water starting to pile up going into this storm drain. But this is the main concern, not only for residents, but city officials who have been urging people to heed those warnings. So evacuation orders are in place for the danger zones near the burn scar areas, to include the Palisades fire burn scar area. And we're already seeing here in this lot, you see that water streaming down here. There's a K-rail. The K-rail isn't really doing much to prevent this water from piling on into this area. A big concern is Topanga Canyon. Will there be mudslides, debris flows that are dangerous? The answer is probably yes. So evacuation orders are in place as a precautionary measure, but we must remember that it is a necessary one because those saturated hillsides could give way at a moment's notice. And we are talking about, Matt Hall and I were driving to our initial live shot, seeing almost no rain. Within a matter of minutes, we were being pummeled by rain, and this is the result. And this is just the beginning. As Alex was mentioning, that water is going to continue coming down, and this is just a taste of what this area may get within the next couple of hours. So we are going to continue moving for you to let you know where the problem spots are. But as we see, there are a few people on PCH on the road. City officials are telling folks, if you don't have to be out, stay home for this reason. It is dangerous out once this rain starts coming down a little harder, which we're already feeling at this time. Conditions are very, very dangerous on the road. So just be hyper vigilant. If you have to be out, drive slower. And of course, keep it here on CBS LA as we continue to give you the very latest information on this storm. I'm Luzelia Caballero in Malibu, sending things back to you.
All right, Luzelia, thank you so much for giving us a look at what is going on in Malibu. Oh. All right, the area scarred by the Eden fire are also concerned this morning.
Yeah, they haven't seen the downpour this morning that we're seeing in Malibu with Luzelia, but It's just starting to rain. Let's go back to CBS LA. Amanda Sorrentino live in Sierra Madre, about 40 miles away. You're at one of the washes that has people worried this morning. I mean, we've seen this as a trouble spot every time it rains. How is it looking right now?
Good morning. So the rain literally just started here in this area this morning. It's been completely dry for us all morning, not even a trickle. But I wanted to give you a look at this. This is a good gauge of kind of what we're going to experience in the area. We know that this wash can get completely filled, and this is coming from the Yucca Trail, the debris basin right there. And there's a lot of concern from neighbors that it hasn't been cleared out completely and properly since the Eaton fire back in January. But we know this wash can get completely filled and be a rushing river. So that's why we'd like to keep an eye on it during the storms. Right now, obviously, it's fairly dry, just a nice little stream coming through doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Take a look at this video, though, of what we can expect for this area here. So forecasters are watching this storm closely as it moves into the foothill communities with another round of moderate to heavy rain expected through the morning. The National Weather Service warns that the heaviest downpours could trigger localized flooding, mud flows, and debris flows, especially in and around the Eaton fire burn scar, where evacuation warnings remain in effect through Sunday morning. So we're talking about Sierra Madre, Altadena, and Pasadena. The big concern here, though, this morning is the water rushing out of the canyon onto roads and into the neighborhoods like where I'm at right now, where mud and debris flows have happened before. Residents have been through multiple flood events this year alone, especially those living right below the Eaton fire burn scar. City crews have cleared drains and checked debris basins ahead of this system, and sandbags are available at the city yard for anyone who needs them. But despite the preps, many people I spoke with this morning say they're still on edge because of how unpredictable these canyon flows can be.
I'm in love with the rain completely. I sleep with my window open, but I'm concerned about the canyon because last year I had to rescue a friend and her dog, and it was coming down, and there was a car in front of Mary's Market that was buried, as you I'm sure you know, is buried up to the window.
Why we are being very cautious moving forward, even though it's been fairly light. I spoke with some people at the Starbucks in downtown just a little bit ago. They were up early this morning when the rain was coming down. They said till about 2:33 it was really coming down. Then it was dry. So now it's starting to come again. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in February when we had that first heavy storm after the fires, this whole area right here, we're at the bottom of the canyon. It came all the way down to here, was blocking this entire area here. Cars were getting stuck over this bridge right over the wash, and that can very well happen again today. So that's why it is important to be vigilant. Those evacuation orders and warnings are in place. And as Liz Delia said, for everyone in the Palisades area, the same caution needs to be taken here if you are in the Eaton fire burn scar. We're going to continue to go up the canyon. We're going to check out Altadena too in just a bit, just to see how things are looking over there. But for now, it's okay, Rachel and Chris. So hopefully it stays this way. Back to you guys.
Calm. And like that guy said, I mean, I do too. I love the rain, but you got to be cautious.
Absolutely. And like Amanda was saying, things can change in an instant.
They really
so
can.
everybody has to be hyper vigilant.
Absolutely.
Amanda, thank you so much.
All right, 6:37, everyone. When we come back, we're going to get another check at this radar. But for now, Alex, how's it looking?
Yeah, wanted to update you guys. We got that flash flood warning that's in effect across the LA coastline, Malibu, Pacific Palisades, burn scar. Up through Ventura County, seeing a line of heavier rain across Santa Paula, Fillmore, Piru, Ojai Valley this morning. I'm going to just show you a quick zoom out here. Look at all of this rain offshore. So this is going to continue through the morning and afternoon hours. We're going to have more updates throughout the morning.
All right, close your eyes, open them up. What do you see?
We see the LA River right outside our studios here in Studio City. You know, Chris, normally it's dry.
Right.
We don't see much water at all, but take a look at the rain that's fallen overnight.
Ooh.
And of course, over the past few days, the rain just keeps coming. Of
A
course,
lot of rain.
A lot of rain, and that is the concern for this weekend.
That's true. All right, let's go to meteorologist Alex Bisson now with our next weather alert. Alex, we're talking about a lot more rain coming in the forecast because yesterday's storm was a little softer.
Yeah.
Today's storm is going to be
Yes.
more powerful.
Exactly. Chris and Rachel, and we have been concerned about flooding. This is something we've been talking about and warning the community about with the amount of rain that we are seeing and the short amount of time. That's what causes debris flows, rock slides, mudslides, and we have that flash flood warning. If you're just tuning in now, flash flood warning has been issued across the Los Angeles coastline from Santa Monica all the way down into Malibu, the Pacific Palisades, the Palisades fire burn scar included in this flash flood warning, and all the way up through Ventura County, seeing that stronger line of storms up through Fillmore this morning. We were looking at reports with gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour. So it is wet, it is windy this morning, and one of those mornings, one of those days, you want to just try to stay inside if you can and avoid all of this. So we zoom you in here and you can see that outline. This is where the Palisades fire burn scar is. That's under that flash flood warning until 12 o'clock today. We have that all the way through Malibu, all the way into Oxnard, along PCH, along the 101 freeway, Santa Paula. You are seeing pouring rains right now up through Fillmore, Piru, the city of Ventura. It's coming down into Oxnard and into Port Hueneme as well. I want to show you this. Take a look at all of the rain that is sitting offshore. This is going to continue to funnel into Southern California through the morning and afternoon hours. So it is not expected to let up anytime soon. I want to take you to a few other areas here on the radar. Downtown Los Angeles is coming down through the San Gabriel Valley. Of course, we are also watching the Eaton fire burn scar. We'll continue to monitor updates up through that area. We go to West Covina, La Habra, Anaheim. We are seeing some showers this morning. Still a little dry in Riverside, up the Rancho Cucamonga. A few light showers across southern Orange County. The bulk of this moving through Ventura County this morning and right along the LA County coastline. So again, lots of rain still offshore that we are watching. We also have flood advisory. So this is about a step below the flash flood warnings, a few steps below. So still some creek flooding possible, some streetways that will be flooded. Just really stay off the roads this morning. That is the takeaway here. So again, looking at the satellite radar, want to show you, I updated this morning, some rainfall totals that we've seen so far. Matilaha Canyon, this is up in the Ventura County mountains, over 3 inches of rain so far. And of course, we're continuing to add to these rainfall totals. So already pretty significant. And this is also super important. This is the Futurecast, second to the radar. This is going to show you what we will see throughout the day. And the rain is going to continue to come down through 10, 11, 12 o'clock. Here's a snapshot of 1 o'clock this afternoon. We're seeing that heavier rain move through Riverside County, up through San Bernardino County, finally getting some breaks in the action as we head into tonight and as we head into tomorrow. So still a chance for showers as we head through Sunday, but showers and the rain not as heavy as what we are tracking for you this morning. So we've got the storm door that's open as we are tracking 2 more storm systems on the heels of this one. Monday into Tuesday, a little break by Wednesday, and then looking at the chance for more wet weather Thursday into Friday. Chris and Rachel, back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. Do you want stronger, fuller looking hair without adding extra steps to your routine? Well, in today's CBS Deals, Elizabeth Warner shows us a wearable innovation that does the work for you.
So many people, millions within the United States, deal with hair loss.
Yeah.
Not just men, but also women. My mother and I both have issues with hair loss. I'll share a little bit more. So now there's a non-invasive way to help stimulate the hair follicle and grow hair. So this is amazing. And this looks like a regular baseball cap. It's rechargeable. When you place this on, it's got 120 LED lights inside with a wavelength of 650 nanometers. What does that mean? This actually penetrates into the scalp, that light, at that wavelength, then into the hair follicle. It's going to bring your circulation up. The more blood, you bring nutrients and oxygen to the area. In addition, it'll go into the cells of the hair follicle and stimulate those cells. Once you do that, it wakes them up. All of a sudden, you'll see thicker hair growth. You'll see less shedding. You'll see less hair falling out. And for me, I've now been using the red light therapy for about 6 months. And I like to show my new growth. So you see the length of my hair. Some of this is, you know, little extensions, but this is the baby growth that I now have from using red light therapy. So in the patches that I have that are falling out, this is like a dream come true
to
for
regenerate.
Those exactly, because listen, hair loss is tough. Right now, this is $112.50 savings. You're going to spend $262.50. It's a no-brainer.
To get this deal and more, scan the QR code at the top of your screen or head to cbsdeals.com to start shopping now.
All right, 6:45 on your Saturday morning, coming up after the break.
A healthy lifeline, how the Altadena Farmers Market is not only nourishing neighbors, but also dishing out hope to fire survivors.
And don't forget to send us your answers to our question of the day. How is the storm affecting your neighborhood? Show us how it looks by sending in your pictures and videos.
.48 on this Saturday morning, and we are under a next weather alert for the threat of heavy rain moving across Southern California. Already we have the flash flood warning in place across parts of Ventura County, the Palisades fire burn scar, and up and down the Los Angeles County coastline from the South Bay all the way into Malibu and all the way up through Oxnard this morning. So that means that heavy rain has fallen, is falling, and will continue to fall as we head through the morning hours. So that flash flood warning with us until noon today up through Calabasas, Agora Hills. I also want to zoom you in and take you to Altadena this morning. This is where we are also watching the Eaton fire burn scar. It is raining steady in Altadena this morning, in Pasadena, up through La Cañada, Eagle Rock, and down into South Pasadena and downtown Los Angeles, too. We're going to continue to watch the radar for you throughout the morning. We'll send it back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. We want to take a moment to show you a big honor for our legendary Pat Harvey.
Oh, we love our Pat, that's for sure. The LA chapter of the National Association of Black Journalists held its annual scholarship and awards event last night. Look at her.
Beautiful.
The queen. Well, they honored Pat Harvey with their Local Legacy Award and a scholarship in her name as well. But not only did they recognize her on-air excellence, they also highlighted her mentorship, her advocacy for newsroom diversity, and her commitment to community storytelling. She also had this message for the next generation of journalists.
My point being, just be persistent, be insistent,
we have to be excellent. And there's nothing wrong with that because you should want to be nothing else but that.
A true honor. I love it, Pat. She is a true legend, and everything that they honored her for, it is absolutely true. She's a role model for all of us here in the newsroom, and we are so lucky to have her here at CBS LA. Congratulations.
I love Pat so much. Congratulations. I mean, I came here 10 years ago, and she took me under her wing, showed me the ropes, and just was also a person to talk to.
Exactly.
So
I mean,
I know you feel the same way.
I was intimidated because I watched Pat Harvey growing up. I mean, it was like, I'm working with Pat. I was
still feel
frozen.
that way.
Yeah.
You know?
I can't believe this.
So cool.
So huge honor.
We love you, Pat. Congratulations. All right, so to come, are you looking to make the most of the rainy weekend? All right, well, we rounded up some of the best things happening in SoCal. Stick around for our weekend events. All right, good morning to you. Another live look at LAX as the sun begins to rise, getting a better idea of what it looks like out there. And hey, just like yesterday, nice and gray, and it's going to be wetter.
Rain, people waking up to the rain. Perhaps it kept some people up. I didn't get a lot of rain when I was sleeping, but when I started driving to work, it was
coming
pouring
down
this
from
morning.
For me, there wasn't a lot of rain.
Yeah.
But I know, once I got to work, the rain started. So.
All right. Let's turn it over to meteorologist Alex Biston. Alex, you are tracking this storm.
And Rachel and Chris, one of those days, if you can stay off the roads, really good to do so because it's messy out there as we are tracking multiple rounds of the rain that will move through the morning and afternoon hours. Of course, if this is your first time tuning in, I want to get you up to speed on the alerts that are in effect right now. We have the flash flood warning across the Palisades burn scar that was issued just about an hour and 20 minutes ago. And this is also spanning across the Los Angeles County coastline for flooding that is imminent, that is happening and will happen as we head through noon today. So pockets of heavy rain. We even saw a line of storms that were producing winds as strong as 40 to 50 miles per hour. So it is wet. It is windy this morning, and the warning is extended all the way across areas like Malibu up through PCH into Oxnard, Thousand Oaks, much of Ventura County under the flash flood warning this morning. Again, with us till noon today, up through Piru. It is pouring in Santa Paula across the Ojai Valley. The steady rain is coming down this morning. Let's go to Altadena, right above the 210 freeway, and it is raining there. We do not have a flash flood warning in effect across the Eaton Fire burn scar, so want to get you up to speed on that. Otherwise, take a look at this. All of this rain, this is sitting offshore, and this is going to continue to funnel into Southern California through the morning and the afternoon hours. So of course, we're going to continue to update you on the radar. We'll tell you what's happening now. We'll tell you what is expected to happen this afternoon, and long range, tracking a wetter pattern that is here to stay. We'll have more details coming up in a few minutes. We'll send it back to you.
Alex, thank you so much. Mother Nature may be bringing rain this weekend, but there are still plenty of things to do here in Southern California.
Yeah, so if you're looking for something fun to do, we've got you covered. So first up, a world-famous street artist is swapping the sidewalks for an art gallery. So you may not know his name, but you probably have seen his work. This weekend, Shepard Fairey, the artist behind the iconic Obey poster, is showcasing hundreds of his original screen prints at a new show. You can check them out for free at the Beyond the Streets Gallery in the Fairfax District.
All right. There's more art to discover in downtown LA. Monuments, a new show at the Museum of Contemporary Art, is tackling the complex legacy of Confederate statues. Tickets for the show are $18 and it runs through May.
And for the families and kids out there, you may need an umbrella for this next one, but could be a lot of fun, especially if the rain starts to calm down.
Yeah.
But check it out. A holiday favorite is making its return at the LA Zoo. The animal park staying open after for its annual Animals Aglow. Look how amazing that is.
So pretty.
It's a lot of work. Yeah, there's plenty to explore. Plus kids, they can grab a photo with Santa. It's crazy to think we're already talking about Santa Claus.
I like that that light. It was like psychedelic.
It's beautiful, right? Yeah, so tickets are $19, but obviously prices vary depending on the day.
Okay, and finally, shop vintage while supporting Eaton Fire survivors. Tomorrow, a retro market is kicking off in Altadena. Local vendors will showcase everything from vintage toys and collectibles to art, music, and even classic cars. Entry is free, but a portion of the proceeds will go towards local residents and businesses. It starts tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Community Resource Center on Woodbury Road.
And for more information on all the events we talked about, check out our website, cbsla.com, and click See on TV. All right, thanks for watching CBS LA at 6. We'll see you at 7.
Today is Saturday, November 15th. Welcome to CBS LA at 7 on CBS. I'm Rachel Kim.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Chris Holmstrom here. We've got live team coverage this morning. We got Amanda in the Eaton Fire Burn area, Luz Delia in the Palisades, where there is a flash flood warning. We also have next weather meteorologist Alex. Let's start with Alex. Alex, how's it looking right now?
Chris and Rachel, good morning to you. Just as forecasted, radar lit up this morning. We have downpours from Los Angeles all the way into Ventura County this morning. So this is a look at a loop of the radar over the last 3 hours. It's super important that we get you up close, though, to show you exactly what is happening where you live. And if you are right along the coastline, Santa Monica into the Pacific Palisades, you are under a flash flood warning. So that Palisades Fire burn scar under a flash flood warning that is with us until noon today. So we have the heavier rain moving through this area up through Ventura County. That flash flood warning is in effect until, again, as we head into the noon hour. So we are looking at flooding that is happening along the roadways, along PCH. One of those mornings, you just want to try to stay inside if you can, as we are looking at all this wet weather that's moving through. Up through Ventura County this morning, we've got reports of heavier rain, some downpours, of course, stronger winds, and we have been talking about the chance for thunderstorms too. So we could see some lightning strikes. We already did earlier this morning. Of course, we go to the Eaton Fire burn scar, and this is where we are looking at steady rain falling at this hour. We zoom you out and show you all of the rain that is just offshore. This is expected to move into the area over the next few hours. So through the morning and into this afternoon, the rain will continue through this afternoon and early this evening. We take you to downtown Los Angeles. It is raining from Redondo Beach to downtown and even starting into Orange County too. So temperatures today on the cool side, chance of thunderstorms. It is going to rain throughout this morning into this afternoon. Still a chance of showers heading into Sunday. Watching another system. The wet pattern is sticking around Monday, Tuesday, and through the end of the week too. So your extended forecast coming up in just a few minutes. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, Alex, thank you so much. Also, rain rattling nerves near the burn scars in the Palisades, where more than 100 homes are under evacuation orders.
That's right. CBS LA's Luzelia Caballero has been tracking this storm along PCH since early this morning. And Luzelia, how are things looking right now? Earlier this morning, you were just getting pounded out there.
Yeah, we were getting pummeled at around 6:05, and you know, it's really settled down quite a bit, but it is a very steady stream of rain here, and that is causing stuff like this to form toward intersections. And you know, this is a big concern for drivers, right? Because along PCH, you have little divots, little dips on the side of the road, and depending on your speed, you might bump into something like this, and that is going to potentially cause you to fishtail. So we see a lot of people waking up today driving on PCH. We have noticed that they are driving slow, really, following speed limits. But again, it is a very dangerous time to be on the road, as Alex mentioned, as city officials have mentioned time and time again. If you don't have to be outside, stay in, because what we are seeing, at least here on PCH, is that there is a lot of water starting to pile up. So at this time, we know that evacuation orders are in place. So what exactly does that mean? For folks in the danger zone near the burn scar areas, they have been told to leave. City officials urging people to heed those warnings. While it is a precautionary order, it is a necessary one, given that saturated hillsides can give way at a moment's notice. And we have seen that firsthand with several mudslides and landslides along PCH, to include a firefighter that was swept away in one of those landslides several months ago during a storm. So again, this is a time to be extra cautious on the road if you have to be on the road. If not, stay in, and of course, stay alert. A lot of residents in the Pacific Palisades that we spoke to even yesterday were saying, hey, you know what? We are going to keep one eye to the sky, the other to the hillsides, because they understand how dangerous things can get within a matter of seconds. Reporting live in Pacific Palisades, Luzelia Caballero, sending things back to you.
Ooh.
Oh, check out the flooding where Luzelia is.
Yeah.
Appreciate the update, Luzelia. Thank you so much. Well, the other big burn scar area of concern is, of course, the region scorched by the Eaton fire.
Yeah, there's evacuation warnings in effect as well, and so far they have not seen a downpour. But CBS LA's Amanda Sorrentino live in Altadena. Amanda, you were in Sierra Madre, now you're in Altadena. How's it looking where you're at right now?
I haven't seen a downpour yet, but I think it's starting to come. The rain really starting to come down in the last about 5 minutes or so. Seems to be coming right when we get on air, so it makes for some good TV for you guys this morning. You can see the water just coming down. We're on Loma Alta right here, so we're right up against the hillsides here, and this is where the big concern is, and that's why we have all these sheriff's deputies all lined up. Every single time we have been having these big rainstorms since the fires in January. This is what they've been doing to try to keep these neighborhoods safe. I just spoke to him actually, and he was saying they're about to make a switch so that more crews can come out here. They've been monitoring all night in case they need to make any rescues. Yesterday I was out here and I saw some fire crews out here as well. They were urban search and rescue teams, and they were deployed out here, stationed in case they have to make any of those swift water rescues, because we are starting to see a lot of water coming down here in Altadena, and that's what the big concern is, another burn scar area because of those fires in January. I spoke with some people this morning in Sierra Madre. They were out enjoying the winter-like weather, but they're also very concerned about what can come. Take a listen.
Biggest concern is always up in the canyons. If you're down here past the boulevard a little bit south, usually you're okay, but a lot of the mudslides coming through the canyons, and a lot of those are almost impassable as it is. They're so narrow, so a lot of concerns for the folks that live up there.
All right, so this powerful storm system swept into Southern California overnight, and forecasters say the second and stronger surge of rain will arrive later this morning. Feels like it's here now, with the potential to drop several inches of rain across the foothills. The National Weather Service warns that the heaviest downpours can trigger localized flooding, mud flows, and debris flows, especially in and around the Eaton fire burn scar, where evacuation warnings remain in effect through Sunday morning. Some of those have switched into orders too, depending on your address. So it's very good to heed those cautions this morning. So, Altadena and Pasadena, they've been hit hard by mud flows multiple times this year, so has Sierra Madre. County officials say they're preparing for that possibility again today. And in Sierra Madre, many residents also keeping a close eye on the debris basin there, which is kind of at the middle of the canyon. They feel like it hasn't been cleared enough since the January fires. But the city says it's completed pre-storm inspections, cleared drains and culverts, and staff will continue monitoring throughout the day. So sandbags are available for residents at the city yard on East Sierra Madre Boulevard if you do need those still. Really helps with debris flow. They'll help you load it up over there. But again, this is exactly the concern. Whoa, this guy's running out here in this rain. I'm going to see if he... How's the rain so far this morning?
It's good. It's just free water.
And, do you have any concerns or anything?
Yeah, kind of just keep an eye on things and pick where we drive today.
Okay. Be safe. Have a good run. Sorry, Tony. People just trying to get it done before the rain really starts coming down this morning. But overall, it's been fairly quiet, but obviously we're going to keep an eye on the skies as well. Back to you guys.
I love it. Amanda, I thought you were going to take off from work and be like, shoot, I'm going to go run with this guy.
I wouldn't put it past her. I thought she was going to.
I'd rather be doing that.
But I love how that guy says it. He says, he loves the weather. He loves the rain in our interview. But you got to be careful.
That's right.
But you know who doesn't love it? The dogs.
Is Julia having
She
a hard
won't go to the
time?
bathroom. I don't know what to do. Hi,
goodness
Chihuahua.
gracious.
All right, we'll keep you updated on this storm throughout the morning here on CBS LA and all weekend long. And remember, if you want to follow this forecast, you can actually follow the radar. It's on CBSLA.com. You can see when the storm will be moving through your neighborhood. It's a pretty cool app.
The Department of Justice is launching an investigation into prominent corporations and Democrats, including Bill Clinton and their alleged ties to sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. The Attorney General announced the investigation yesterday, shortly after President Trump called for it. The president reacting after the House got enough signatures to force a vote on the release of the full Epstein files. Earlier this week, the House Oversight Committee released more than 20,000 pages of documents provided by Epstein's estate. A CBS News review reveals President Trump's name appears hundreds of times, including Epstein saying that he'd, quote, met some bad people, none as bad as Trump, end quote. President Trump has denied any wrongdoing and is now calling the scandal a Democratic hoax.
This is not a partisan issue. The sexual abuse of children and young women is in no way partisan.
The American people deserve to see transparency from their government.
Congressmember Marjorie Taylor Greene is among the Republicans supporting the release of the files. A full vote on the House floor is expected next week.
After criticism from the Trump administration, California is revoking the commercial driver's license of more than 17,000 immigrant truck and bus drivers. The administration says the licenses are illegal because their expiration dates extend past the time the immigrant visas allowed them to be in the country. The crackdown began after deadly crashes involving immigrants with expired visas. The CEO of the Punjabi Trucking Association says the blame should not fall on the drivers.
Cause of the problem is your DMVs, they are issuing license wrongfully. With a one click, you just take away licenses from all these people. They are in the business for 5-10 years and they invested on trucks.
And Governor Newsom says the licenses California is suspending all belong to immigrants with legal federal work visas. And he accused the Transportation Secretary of spreading disproven falsehoods.
Time right now is 7:10 on your Saturday morning. Coming up, babies sickened by contaminated formula. One family's health scare linked to a nationwide botulism outbreak.
Here's a loop of our radar over the last 3 hours. I am watching it all morning. I'm going to zoom you out and show you all this rain offshore. This is going to continue to move into Southern California through the morning and afternoon hours. We're going to have more updates on the rain still to come, how much rain has fallen, what to expect for the week ahead. That's all coming up after the break.
This season, everyone deserves a little more, and the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid delivers. Find more reasons to celebrate the season at a Mazda dealer today.
Take advantage of one of these exceptional offers during the More to Move You sales event.
Want the fastest working GLP-1? For half the price, Ro now offers FDA-approved weight loss injections cheaper, so you can see weight loss results faster. Lose 20% of your weight with the formula from Eli Lilly that hits not one, but 2 hormones to work harder. Weight loss faster, confidence higher, price cheaper. See if you qualify at ro.co/TV.
Toyota is proud to once again celebrate SoCal's premier festival of Japanese culture, the OC Japan Fair.
We have authentic food, music, shopping, entertainment, and of course cars.
At the Toyota display, shop their pop-up with Toyota and TRD branded merch. Plus, get up close to the 2025 Land Cruiser and 4Runner.
I love being part of Toyota SoCal family. On our 2025 4Runner, we have added these carbon fiber fenders, our 35-inch tires, and our Evo Dakar wheels, which makes our adventures a lot easier.
Go on your own adventure and check out Toyota events in the community all year long.
Let's go!
Let's go places, driven by your Toyota dealers. We make it easy.
The clock's ticking at Toyota's Here and Now sales event. This is your moment to drive home a powerful new Tacoma. Choose a $199 a month lease or a low 2.99 APR. We make it easy. Toyota, let's go places.
All right, here's a live look at the LA River. This is a look right outside our studios here in Studio City, outside the CBS LA studios. Normally, this is dry, right, Chris? LA River outside our windows, but take a look now. I'd say it's what, half full at this point?
It'll be interesting to see how the day goes on. You know, the water's gonna be rushing a lot more, and just another reminder of all the, if you're out there, don't litter.
Yeah.
Throw away your trash, because we always see this runoff going to the ocean and just cause pollution.
Yeah. Meteorologist Alex Bisson, we can see all the rain that has accumulated so far in the LA River.
Yes, and plenty more to come, Rachel and Chris, as we are watching really the heaviest rain move through this morning and into this afternoon. So you can see here, this is a loop of our satellite radar over the last 3 hours. We saw some really heavy bands of rain move through about an hour or so ago. And this is important for you to see, but it is more important that you see up close where the rain is falling right now, because a lot of you probably looking outside your window and seeing the rain falling and wondering not just what we're seeing this morning, but what we will see as we head into the afternoon hours. So Here is a close-up view, and of course we have been talking about the flash flood warning that is issued for the Palisades fire burn scar. That's really important because this is an area that we have been worried about over the last few days when we saw the forecast come together as far as debris flows, rock slides, mudslides through Malibu up through Oxnard. So all of this area from down toward Long Beach and Compton, the South Bay, up into PCH, into Malibu, Pacific Palisades, and all the way up through Oxnard and Ventura County. This is the area that's under that flash flood warning, and it's with us until noon today. So the threat of flash flooding is going to be over the next few hours. Let's zoom you in even further. You can see this outline from the Palisades fire burn scar. So again, this is the area that's under the flash flood warning. We've already seen some heavier cells move through earlier that were giving us rainfall rates of a few inches of rain per hour. That's pretty significant. That's a lot of water in a short amount of time. We go to Ventura County and you can see the yellows that pop up. So the darker greens, that's an indication of the steady rainfall. Once we start to see the yellows and the oranges, that's that indication that we're seeing the heavier rainfall. We go to Altadena too. Of course, we're watching the Eaton fire burn scar, seeing a dry spot across La Cañada, but it is raining right now in Altadena where our Amanda Starantino is this morning. We give you an overview and you can see all of the water that is sitting offshore. This is going to continue to funnel in over the next few hours through the morning and of course into this afternoon. It is pouring across downtown, starting to see some scattered showers across I-5 up through Anaheim, Chino Hills into Riverside. It is raining this morning. Now what's just as important as the radar is the futurecast, because this is going to show you when we scrub through, you're going to see the rain continuing through this morning into this afternoon. 10:15, it is pouring in Irvine in Orange County. San Bernardino, you will feel that rain come down by the 1-2 o'clock hour. A little bit of a break in the action by this afternoon, but still some rounds of rain that we are worried about. This activity is going to continue through this evening. Now, overnight tonight, we'll see a little bit of a break, still some scattered showers, and the chance for showers will continue as we head into tomorrow as well. And on the heels of this, we're watching another system. So this system moves out. We've got another one on the heels of this one that's going to impact us Monday. And as we head into Tuesday, a little bit of a break in the action by Wednesday. Watching a third system, here it is, that's going to impact us as we head into Thursday and Friday. So the takeaway is the wet pattern is here to stay. Low 60s today, so cool, but really the threat of thunderstorms and heavy rain is the concern today. The next weather alert in effect through this evening. Chance of showers tomorrow. We'll watch that second system come through Monday and into Tuesday. A break by the action Wednesday, more sunshine, and then that third system will impact us as we head into the end of the week. Back to you.
All right, Alex, thank you so much. Lawsuits have been filed against an organic baby formula maker linked to an outbreak of botulism in infants.
And CBS's Nicole Valdez spoke with one of the impacted families.
Hannah Everett says she is living every parent's worst nightmare.
It was just absolutely terrifying. You know, you just kind of feel like you've failed as a parent in some ways.
Her 4-month-old daughter, Piper, was rushed last week to Kentucky Children's Hospital, where she was diagnosed with botulism after being fed infant formula manufactured by ByHeart. There have been 84 cases nationwide since August. Piper is one of 15 documented cases of infant botulism allegedly connected to ByHeart, which earlier this week voluntarily recalled all of its infant formula. The youngest victim fell ill at just 16 days old.
So you didn't know about the recall prior to her having that formula?
No, but she had finished that entire can literally the day before the recall.
Piper just got home from the hospital last night. Now the Everett family is suing ByHeart for damages, one of 2 lawsuits that have already been filed, the other by an Arizona family whose infant daughter fell ill in August. Late this afternoon, ByHeart told CBS News it focused on finding the source rather than litigation, but that, quote, we expressed our deepest sympathy to the families currently impacted by the case of infant botulism. The FDA is also investigating this outbreak. So far, no deaths have been reported.
My hopes right now is that they're able to catch it before their children get too sick, before they have to be on ventilators.
That little baby's so precious. All right, so Hannah said she doesn't feel comfortable feeding her daughter formula, but of course she doesn't have a choice. She simply doesn't produce enough milk to feed her child.
All right, well, that's the reality for so many moms. Formula is their only option. Okay, with a rainy weekend in full swing across Southern California this morning, we want to hear from you.
Yeah, so that brings us to our question of the day. Take a look. How is the storm affecting your neighborhood? Show us how it looks in your area by sending in pictures and videos. You can share them at CBS Los Angeles on X and on our CBS LA Facebook page. We'll be sharing your answers throughout the morning. All right, time right now, 7:20. Still to come, the story of a real-life tracker. A detective hunts for answers when a woman goes missing. We're going to have a preview of the latest episode of 48 Hours.
It's dinner time, and you find yourself on the conversational divide between the grown-ups.
All I'm saying is cats are overrated.
And the not-so-grown-ups. You have a choice. Shop deals on toys with these hooligans. Or be regaled by Uncle Bob's gripping intestinal tales.
So there I was, in the middle of my colonoscopy, and
Was there ever really a choice?
That was my last date with the chef.
Okay, and now a word from our sponsor, Rocket Money. It's an app that cancels subscriptions and
Okay, stop. So do you ever feel like you have no idea where your money goes?
Yeah.
But Rocket Money quickly tracks your income, bills, and expenses to give you the clearest picture of where your money's going. Rocket Money even has a calendar that shows you all your upcoming payments so you're never surprised by anything. Yep. Nice try. Download Rocket Money today.
Since the dawn of Manscaped, men have overshared. Like peacocks.
That's a weird one.
Too proud of their feathers.
Oh, he trims.
But it's a new day.
I'm having this feeling of, like, not offended? What is that?
That's a phase.
Because now there are tools to shave a new part. Send face pics instead. Manscaped.
It is 7:22 on this Saturday morning. We continue to watch the rainfall and the impacts across Southern California. We have the flash flood warnings in place across Ventura County, the Palisades fire burn scar, and up through the Los Angeles County coastline. So we are looking at the threat of flash flooding through the morning hours and into early this afternoon. Really quickly, I want to show you some of the rainfall totals that we've seen over the past 24 hours. Closer to 1.5 inches, closer to 2 inches across the Ventura County mountains, up through Santa Paula, Piru, and all the way down toward Camarillo too. We're going to warn your forecast coming up. Back to you.
The CBS show Tracker is one of the most watched dramas of the moment. On this week's 48 Hours, you'll meet a real-life tracker, a dogged detective who relentlessly tracks down the killer of a young mother. And as Peter Van Sant reports, this one is personal.
Her name is Lieutenant Dakota Black. She's a trained tracker and detective with the Pottawatomie County Sheriff's Office in Shawnee, Oklahoma. She has solved a lot of crimes in her career, but none like this.
It will be one that I always remember through my whole life because of how cruel it was.
On September 16th, 2023, Frank Byers reported his wife, Michaela, missing.
As soon as we arrived on scene, we started tracking the area and trying to locate her.
After 5 grueling days, the ending Detective Black had feared. Michaela's body was found in a ditch.
I can't imagine how scared she was. It's just sad.
A profile of a cheating husband began to emerge. Michaela's sister, Andrea.
He was sending pictures to women the day of her funeral, asking, how do I look in my tux?
For Detective Black, this case was personal.
I did feel a connection with Michaela. I've been in bad relationships. It could have been me. I was not going home until we caught who was responsible for this.
and she already had her prime suspect.
We knew Frank was guilty. I wanted to prove everything to make sure he stayed in jail.
And joining me now with more is 48 Hours correspondent Peter Van Sant. Peter, why did Detective Black get so emotional?
This is a first for me in all my years on 48 Hours to have an investigative detective really break down during the course of an interview. But for Detective Dakota Black, the tracker that she is, she was born just a day after Michaela on the same year. And in her life, she also had an abusive, violent boyfriend. And she just so related to Michaela's story, it broke her heart.
And Peter, who was this guy Frank said she left with?
Well, Frank Byers claims that he and his wife had agreed to what they called an open marriage. They could see other people. Michaela's family and friends say that's ridiculous. It never happened. But Frank Byers claimed that he witnessed his wife get into a white pickup truck that was driven by a bald man with a beard. So they did a bolo out there, be on the lookout for. They could never locate this person because authorities believe ultimately this man did not exist.
And in your opinion, did Frank Byers appear to be a grieving husband?
Well, he tried to appear to be. He appeared on a local affiliate proclaiming his innocence, a television station. He also went on social media. He did the quivering talk and things, but there were no tears. And while he was doing that, authorities had learned on his cell phone that he had been in touch with dozens of women over the months that he had been with his wife, including on the day that she disappeared, which is the day authorities believe Frank Byers murdered her, and even on the day of her funeral.
Looking forward to your story. 48 Hours correspondent Peter Van Sant, thank you so much. And don't miss tonight's episode of 48 Hours at 10 o'clock right here on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
One of my favorite shows, 48 Hours.
Yeah, Saturday night, watch them out on the couch.
Well,
the best.
I'm sleeping at that time, so I always record it and I watch it on my weekend.
There you go.
Time right now, 7:26 coming up. Our storm coverage continues. The worst of the rain expected today. We'll have everything you need to know about mudslides and flash flooding.
This season, everyone deserves a little more, and the Mazda CX-50 Hybrid delivers. Find more reasons to celebrate the season at a Mazda dealer today.
Take advantage of one of these exceptional offers during the More to Move You sales event.
Mejuri makes fine jewelry for everyone on your list, including you. Handcrafted in solid gold, sterling silver, and diamonds, it's the gift they'll actually wear every day. Because the best part of the holidays is moments that become memories and gifts that take you back. Gift jewelry they'll love today and wear forever. Shop online or at a Mejuri store near you.
I fell in love with skiing at 5, before I knew what pressure felt like, before I thought I had to be perfect to be enough. I thought strength was pushing past limits, ignoring pain and myself. But real strength, it's here, in giving myself permission to recover. I spent years training my body to compete with the best. But to win gold, I've learned some of the most important training happens when I sleep. Sattva. Unlock the superpower of restorative sleep.
So you're going to the game and you want to save money on tickets. We're going to run Spider 2Y Banana. First, buy the worst seats you can possibly find. And watch for Ed, the security guard. He goes on break every 24 minutes on the dot. Do a button hook past that guy.
Or we use Game Time. Zone Deals literally show you the best value sections. It finds the seats with the biggest savings automatically.
You can always just watch the game in your head.
Swipe, tap, ticket, go.
CBS LA Mornings starts with breaking news.
Rise and rain, good morning to you. Welcome to CBS LA at 7 on CBS. I'm Chris Holmstrom.
And I'm Rachel Kim. The worst of the rain is hitting today in Southern California. A flood advisory is in effect. Let's start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alex Biston. Alex, you're a busy lady this morning.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I'm here all morning. And of course, we're going to have our meteorologist Paul Diano coming in too. We're tracking this for you all morning. We want to make sure that you are prepared and up to date on what's happening. First, I'm going to show you this. This is a loop of our radar over the past 3 hours. And this is important for you to see, of course, because you can see all the wet weather moving in off of the coastline and pushing into inland. But I also want to show you what is happening right now, where you live. We're going to get you up to speed on, of course, all of the warnings in place this morning. And we're going to tell you what to expect as we head into this afternoon. Now, once you zoom in here, you can see that a lot of areas under that flash flood warning. So if you're just tuning in now, I'm going to get you up to speed. The flash flood warning is in effect across the Palisades fire burn scar up through Ventura County from the South Bay all the way up through the Oxnard coastline and into Port Hueneme too. So right along the Santa Barbara and Ventura County split. So when we talk about rain rates, we talk about a ½ inch per hour. Once we start to get over a quarter of an inch, closer to ½ inch per hour, that's when things start to get dicey. And flooding has been something that we have been watching. The potential for flooding and debris flows, rock slides, mudslides, of course, a really big threat today. We also look at the chance of thunderstorms, and any thunderstorms that do develop have the potential to bring us some heavier rainfall. So we also have flood advisories in effect across Los Angeles and Ventura County. So we're seeing roadway flooding. It's one of those days, if you can stay inside, best to do so. Stay off of the roads today. Temperatures in the 60s, threat of thunderstorms today. We'll talk a little bit more about the rest of the weekend. And as we head into next week too, I'll give you a little hint. We're expected to stay wet. Details in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right. I was drinking my coffee. Caught me off
You
guard.
got caught.
All right, a steady stream of rain along PCH this morning. The hillsides, they're getting saturated, obviously threatening homes nearby.
Yeah, some people near the burn scars are dealing with evacuation orders and flash flood warnings. CBS LA's Luzelia Caballero is live in Pacific Palisades. And Luzelia, you have a closer look at what's going on there.
Yeah, and you know, people we've talked to even yesterday were saying we are ready to go and in a moment's notice, and that's because of what we are seeing today. This morning, just after 6 o'clock, that rain really started to come down. From the hillsides, we can see more and more of this pattern of that stream coming down. We see, you know, piling of minor debris. Now, that is the least of people's concern, right? The biggest concern is flooding and mud and debris flows that cause landslides. So here we see some accumulation, where we see the most accumulation, at least here on Puerto Marina and PCH in Pacific Palisades, are on the corners and along the edges of the freeway. So as cars are coming by, a big concern here is whether they will potentially fishtail when they go over areas like this at somewhat high rates of speed, because seemingly on the surface this isn't very deep, but as I walk in here you can see it's already at least an inch or two in some areas. So the warnings here, the advice that city officials are giving folks is if you don't have to be outside, stay indoors. Now, a matter of what we've seen as we've been driving on PCH all morning long, certainly there are K-rails up, and they are proving to be extremely beneficial in this storm in trapping the mud on PCH. But we all know that those K-rails are no match for huge mudslides and landslides. So again, if you are driving on PCH during this storm, the name of the game is being extra cautious and being very vigilant on the road, because of course we know that as those hills get saturated, anything can happen. It's really a big toss-up. Another thing that we have noticed on PCH is that there are city crews available, and they are looking to see where they can clean up. We've seen some mud starting to kind of creep past some of those K-rails, but again, the K-rails are proving to be extremely beneficial in this storm, these stormy conditions. So again, this area under evacuation orders, especially toward the burn scar area. Please heed those warnings, and of course, be safe at all times, especially if you're on the road. I'm Luz Delia Caballero reporting from Pacific Palisades, sending things back to you as we work to potentially move to a new location to show you how things are looking there.
All right, and we appreciate you, Luz Delia, and photographer Matt Hulla out there braving the conditions. Thank you so much. There are also concerns in the Eaton fire burn scar this morning.
Yeah, the rain's starting to pick up there. Let's go back to CBS LA Amanda Sorrentino. She shows us what it looks like in Altadena.
Good morning. The rain really starting to come down here in Altadena, and this is exactly what they were expecting for that second wave to come down strong and heavy. It's gotten really foggy. It's also gotten windy right around 7:20, 7:25 this morning. And as you can see, we have sheriff's deputies out here with LA County. They've been out here all night right along Loma Alta, just in case that mud and debris flow started to come down and come into danger of the people who are still here. This area under an evacuation warning, and it's because of these hillsides. They're so muddy, and you can see how much water is really coming down already this morning. And now with this second wave of rain coming through, this can really cause a huge problem for these burn scar areas. So we're talking about Altadena, Pasadena, and Sierra Madre. Over in Sierra Madre, we were there earlier this morning, and a lot of people there are concerned about the debris basin there right at the Yucca Trail. And they say it hasn't been cleared out enough by the city, and it hasn't been cleaned out properly since January's fire. So they're worried that's going to overflow, come through the wash, and really cause problems, which we've seen with some mud flow down through the canyon. So we're going to go check that out in just a bit. But all through here in Altadena, we have all these K-rails set up to try to keep the mud flow out of the way of these homes. And there we go, those sheriff's deputies making their shift changes this morning so that these neighborhoods can stay safe. Bye, guys. And they're doing the best here. We also have public works crews out here as well. But again, it's really starting to come down. Some of our warnings in this area did switch into orders depending on your property. So it's really important to be signed up for those alerts. You're going to be told if your property is under an order. And those are for good reason, because it can become very, very dangerous with rain like this. We're going to continue to monitor this storm throughout the morning. Sandbags still available for you to pick up at Public Works and the City Yard in Sierra Madre. That way you can try to divert some of that mud and debris from your area. We're going to try to check out some other areas, and we will continue to monitor the storm right here on CBS LA. For now, back to you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, we also appreciate our Amanda Sorrentino and photographer Tony Cervantes out there in Altadena. Thank you so much, guys.
All right, time right now, 7:36. When we come back, we're going to check in on the storm. Also, we're going to talk with the National Weather Service and see what they have to say about this storm.
Yeah, and let's check in with meteorologist Alex Biston.
All right, I want to show you a radar image where Amanda is right now. You could see from her live shot, boy, it was pouring out there. When we see the dark greens and the yellows, yeah, that's an indication that we are seeing the moderate to heavy rainfall. Of course, we can see it in our live shot. I'm going to zoom you out here, show you a wide shot of Southern California. We are tracking flash flood warnings in place through noon today. More in your forecast coming up after the break.
When I went through menopause, my hair was so thin, I could barely fit my hair in a ponytail.
Are you hungry?
So I called my daughter because she was taking Nutrafol.
I found Nutrafol after doing a ton of research, and I was impressed that they had specific products for every stage you can experience in your life.
After just a few months, my ponytail got thicker and stronger.
It was so meaningful that there was this solution for both of us. She didn't have to suffer, just like I didn't have to suffer.
Start your hair growth journey at Nutrafol.com.
I may not know ball like you do, AI, but now I don't need to. I just gotta follow you on my Prize Picks feed, copy your lineup, and I'm in.
So you just out here copying the answer?
Always have. You know, copy the crossover, the sleeve, not the cornrows though. I got a sensitive scalp, but the attitude.
Don't. What you doing,
no?
man?
All right, I won't.
Told you to stay out of my stuff.
I borrowed your toothbrush. Is that okay?
Download today. New users play $5 and get $50 instantly in site credits. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Can your activewear do what Fabletics does? Probably not. So make the switch to Fabletics with 80% off everything. Bras and leggings that hug and support. Tops and pants perfect for staying in or going out. Everything made with breathable, soft, premium fabric. This is activewear built for you. Make the switch and get 80% off everything from Fabletics when you become a new VIP. Only at Fabletics.com.
All right, let's go to meteorologist Alex Bisson with a look at our forecast. Alex.
Hi, Chris and Rachel. Good morning to you. A lot to cover here on the forecast. And if you were just tuning in, I want to get you up to speed on what is happening right now on the radar. Of course, we have the concern for flooding and flash flooding. That is something that we've been watching. Flash flood warning in effect until noon today. So over the next few hours across the Palisades fire burn scar, of course, debris flows have been a concern, rock slides, mudslides. And when we start to see rainfall rates creep up closer to a ½ inch per hour, even an inch per hour, that's when we start to see some issues out there. Earlier today, we were looking at a line of storms. It's moved past already, but we were looking at rainfall rates a few inches per hour, really strong winds, and the threat of thunderstorms will continue as we head through this morning and into this afternoon. So let's get you up to speed. Again, that flash flood warning that is in effect all across Ventura County from Ojai to Fillmore, Piru, Oxnard, and then all the way down to the Malibu coastline and the Palisades fire burn scar. That's where our Luz Delia Caballero is this morning. And of course, she's been reporting live, showing us live images out there. It is coming down steady at this hour and will continue to do so as we head through this morning and this afternoon. Also want to get you up to speed with what we are seeing in Altadena this morning near the Eaton fire burn scar. Amanda's is there this morning, and it is raining very steady there. A few dry pockets. Otherwise, we are looking at tons of rain that is just sitting offshore and will continue to funnel across the region as we head through the next few hours. Inglewood, it is raining down toward Redondo Beach, into Long Beach, Anaheim, along the 5 freeway as you make your way into southern Orange County. And I also want to get you up to speed on some of the rainfall totals that we've seen so far. We just updated this graphic. Pretty impressive. Ventura, over 3 inches of rain, just shy of 2.5 in other areas. So, of course, we are looking at more rain falling. And this is very important, the Futurecast, because this is going to show you what we're expecting through the rest of the day. And you can see the rain's continuing. And when you see the oranges and, of course, the yellows, that's the indication of heavier rainfall. So that's going to continue to be the case. It's one of those days, one of those mornings, if you can stay inside, best to do so, because we could continue to see some of these flash flood warnings being issued. Otherwise, a little bit of a break in the action as we head into 3 o'clock. Still the chance of scattered showers this evening. And then tomorrow we'll keep that chance of showers in the forecast, but the heavier rain moving out after this afternoon and as we head into tomorrow. So still the chance of scattered showers, watching a second system roll through Monday and into Tuesday, a little break by Wednesday, and then more rain in the forecast as we head into Thursday and into Friday. So really the takeaway with the forecast is the wet pattern is here to stay. But really the concern and why the next weather alert is in effect today, the concern is heavy rain because of the possibility of thunderstorms. So of course, we will continue to track this for you through the morning hours. I now want to bring in meteorologist Dr. Ariel Cohen from the National Weather Service. Doctor, I want to bring you in and kind of talk a little bit about what is happening this morning. And of course, this very wet November. I mean, this is unprecedented if it all kind of pans out right the way that we forecasted.
Exactly. It could be one of the strongest November storm systems that we've encountered in the greater Los Angeles area in a very long time. I want to really impress upon everyone that just because the heaviest rains have moved through already, and we have gotten a number of flooding reports, a number of rock slides and mudslides as well across Los Angeles and Ventura counties, that we have additional heavy rain on the way. Even though it's lightened up some now, we have more rain on the way. Monitoring radar right now and seeing another surge of heavier rain developing offshore. You can actually see there on your screen right now just more streams of higher values of intensity coming north through the day. So just because it hasn't necessarily flooded near where you are now doesn't mean it won't be later. It's going to take less and less rain for more and more impacts as the soils become more and more saturated. So roadway flooding, burn scar debris flows are going to be very much a concern, not only on the burn scars, but also impacts across a large part of the community are possible. Not everyone's going to experience the adverse conditions, but it's really best at this point to avoid the roads, avoid any flooded areas on the roads.
And Dr. Cohen, really good advice there. Now, there's a flood watch until 10 p.m. tonight. One of the biggest concerns, of course, is mudslides in the burn scar areas after the wildfires. With the intensity of the storm bringing more flood risks. So we're wondering if you can kind of touch a little bit upon that. And how can people prepare? And not just for right now, but we're really early in the season. So how can we prepare moving forward?
Exactly. Again, it's not just the burn scars we're talking about, the broader area, anywhere there's high terrain, rock slides, mudslides are going to be a concern. Definitely enhanced in the burn scar areas. Have multiple ways to receive emergency alerts, reliable sources of emergency alerts so that you can protect yourself and your loved ones when, if and when emergency evacuation warnings or orders come from emergency management officials, law enforcement. You must heed those. The more you're doing to prepare and plan and have a course of action already mapped out in advance, the more likely you'll be able to use those critical moments to keep yourself and your loved ones safe. And this counts not only for this system now, but also any future systems that we have going forward. Also want to mention that, as we go through the day-to-day, again, we could see more and more rounds of intense rain all the way through the evening hours. We have flash flood warnings in effect for noon for a large portion of southern Los Angeles County into Ventura County, and we could see additional flash flood warnings later on. We could even get a couple of stronger thunderstorms later on in the day. So just stay tuned. Be aware, have multiple ways to get emergency alerts and weather information so that you're not caught off guard if and when a bad, disastrous situation potentially strikes.
Dr. Cohen, thank you so much for joining us. Such valuable information that we're getting from you. We so appreciate it. I know you're busy. We're all really busy this morning, so we really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us. Rachel and Chris will send it back to you.
All right, Dr. Cohen and Alex, thank you both. Time right now, 7:46, still to come. The big honor for the one and only Pat Harvey and how she'll continue to inspire future journalists.
Also, the government shutdown may be over, but many, they're still in need of help. We're going to show you how you can help out at a local food distribution center.
Snoring, gasping, feeling exhausted. Wake up to Zepbound, the first and only prescription medicine that improves moderate to severe obstructive sleep apnea, OSA, in adults with obesity. A breakthrough treatment that significantly reduces breathing interruptions during sleep. After taking Zepbound for just 1 year, many people had no OSA symptoms. Don't take if allergic to it, or if you or someone in your family had medullary thyroid cancer or multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2. Tell your doctor if you get a lump or swelling in your neck. Stop Zepbound and call your doctor if you have severe stomach pain or a serious allergic reaction. Severe side effects may include inflamed pancreas or gallbladder problems. Tell your doctor if you experience vision changes, depression, or suicidal thoughts before scheduled procedures with anesthesia, if you are nursing, pregnant, plan to be, or taking birth control pills. Taking Zepbound with a sulfonylurea or insulin may cause low blood sugar. Side effects include nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting, which can cause dehydration and worsen kidney problems. Wake up to Zepbound. Talk to your doctor and visit Zepbound.com.
Warden, take care of my brother Kyle, and I'll take care of you.
This is my castle now.
What you expect in return? Partnership.
Mayor of Kingstown. New season now streaming on Paramount Plus.
All right, taking a live look right now. LAX. A lot of people traveling today, probably worried whether or not their flight's going to be canceled or delayed because of the weather. So,
first it was the air traffic controller situation, now the weather. So hopefully things will go smoothly and safely. Welcome back, everyone. 7:48 on your Saturday morning. Well, a big honor for the legendary Pat Harvey.
Yeah, the LA chapter of the National Association of Black Journalists held their annual scholarship and awards event last night. And of course, they honored the one and only, the local legacy Pat Harvey. She was awarded with a scholarship as well in her name. But not only did they recognize her on-air excellence, they also highlighted her mentorship, her advocacy for newsroom diversity, and her commitment to community storytelling. And she had this message for the next generation of journalists.
My point being, just be persistent, be insistent. We have to be excellent. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you should want to be nothing else but that.
A true honor for a true legend. Congratulations, Pat. We love you so much, and we all look up to you. Everyone around here thinks of her as like,
She's the best.
She's our newsroom mom.
She really is.
We love her.
Right.
We love her
She's,
so much.
We call her the queen because she's so amazing.
That's
so
right.
Well deserved. Congratulations, Pat.
Time right now, 7:49. Still to come. People waiting for hours for boxes of food. The community helping others combat hunger.
This is Eric. When he got injured in a car accident, he called Morgan & Morgan. He not only gets a lawyer, he gets trial lawyers like Sam and Jessica who are in it to win it. He gets his own investigators with briefcases, leather ones. And if you ever have questions, our customer service folks keep things rolling. Injured? We're your army. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Yes, I'm on Roe. They say GLP-1s for weight loss is a shortcut. It's not, it's science. After kids, it's the medicine my body needed. GLP-1s helped me lose 31 pounds. One app to hit my goals. This is healthcare. This is Roe. I'm Serena Williams, and I'm a real Roe member.
Ready?
Yes. Hi. Here. This one's for my girl. Got this for you.
Oh, what's this?
Scan that QR code.
Is that us singing?
Yeah.
That's my favorite one. You need a hug?
You need a fist?
Crutch, crutch, crutch.
Crutch, crutch.
Crutch, you need anything. I do have one question. We didn't mean right now.
LA Regional Food Bank is hosting back-to-back giveaways this week to help people facing uncertainty over the shutdown and their SNAP benefits.
That's right. Our Carl Finstrom dropped in on the first at Exposition Park to see where the donations you made to the CBS LA Cares Emergency Food Drive are going.
A long line for food stretches well outside this complex, winding around for blocks. It started forming hours before the event began.
Go down for me, thank you. Guys, it's gonna go right here.
LA's Regional Food Bank started pop-up food giveaways last month because they feared the government shutdown would increase food insecurity and overwhelm local agencies. This is their 6th event, and the cars just keep coming.
How long did you have to wait?
2 hours. 2 hours, wow. June and Corey came with mom to pick up boxes of food.
I'm a single mother. I lost my job 2 months ago, so I work part-time doing Uber Eats. I'm looking for work for the benefits, for there to be a delay in them or to not receive them fully really does affect us.
Bridget is struggling to pay rent and other bills.
I was scared. I was worried. We'll make it work.
We have more food insecure children in any county in the country.
Roger Castle is the Chief Development Officer of the LA Regional Food Bank.
We have 75,000 federal workers in LA County that are not getting paychecks, and then we have disruption to SNAP benefits, and that's CalFresh in California, and it's more than 1.5 million people.
What is your zip code?
You receive CalFresh?
Do you work for the government, federal employee?
Volunteers are conducting surveys to learn what's fueling this turnout. Even before the shutdown, the food bank says research suggested 1 in 4 people in LA County struggle with food insecurity.
Looks like you've got a lot of people that you're feeding.
Yes, I have 3 kids. My mom's here and my sister.
Ana Maravilla says her husband's hours were cut and her food business is struggling.
Fresh produce.
Castle says they've served 2,000 to 3,000 people at each pop-up. Everyone drives away with hundreds of dollars in groceries.
It's a lot that you're giving out, a lot more than you normally do. Do you have enough?
Right now we have enough, but how long the need continues.
Castle says generous donors and community food drives are helping bridge the gap for now.
We're monitoring the situation. The need won't stop immediately when everything gets signed and all buttoned up and the government reopens. We think there will be a lag of a few weeks, if not months.
It's a real blessing, to be honest.
LA Regional Food Bank encourages anyone struggling to check their website for a nearby food bank or a large distribution event. Bridget says the uncertainty she's facing feels even more overwhelming with the holidays approaching.
I appreciate the efforts of all the volunteers, and it's just a little relief from a really tough time.
Cara Finstrom, CBS LA.
Makes you want to dance.
It does.
Right?
You
The
like this
coffee's
music,
kicking in.
huh?
I do.
Okay,
Nice
it's
little
waking
jingle.
you up.
There you go. That and the coffee.
Well, Chris, when we hear the music,
Okay.
it means it's time to share everyone's answers to our question of the day.
That's right. So earlier we asked you, how's the storm affecting your neighborhood? All right, check out some of the wet weather. This is in Calabasas from last night. I love the sound of that. It's like one of those apps that just helps you fall asleep. Well, viewers on X showed this video. They say this was filmed around 6:15 this morning.
Beautiful. Thanks for sharing that with us. And our viewer Owen says his mom's garden is finally getting some much needed water. So definite benefits of the rain, right?
Yes.
All right. And the garden looks good. Owen, tell your mom. Looks good there.
One of my favorite things is about when it does rain, the mountainsides just turn green and lush and so beautiful. And I'm ready to bring that on because it's been so dry lately.
Yeah, we just got to have the hillsides hold
Right.
during this
Absolutely.
rain.